Does it look like? Are we live?
We're live, Dave. So you got your little timer now, remember?
I know I got my little timer, but I thought you went out and shared it to all of our other places, and then
We're live. This is it. This is the thing.
This is the thing.
The thing is here.
Wow! Oh, I can even see how many views we have right now.
Yeah.
I love
And
streaming
reactions and everything, comments, all of that stuff.
I love this. So if you notice something different, I'm in my studio. And there's a green screen behind me. Actually, no. Our logo is behind me.
It is.
I can do some other stuff too. Hey, Sherry. Check this out. This is fun. This is going to be a lot of the lives are going to be a lot of Dave playing with his What's up, K-Rob? A lot of Dave playing with his green screen. At least I'm playing with my green screen and not, So StreamYard has this as a just stock picture.
Oh, nice.
And they have Chewy, we're home. Or then I can be
the throne room.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got to move out of the way.
I'm trying to do the share thing I normally do. There we go. I found it.
Or hey, here's one of my favorites. I can be in some of my favorite movies. Oh, they'll blow it in the ninth. Here's a preview of what we're going to talk about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Adam?
That's a group of baseball players surrounded by a cheater.
Look, Vance has joined tonight. What's going on, Vance? All right, back up to the normal green screen. So, for those that don't know, actually, let's give a shout out to Vance's daughter, 2020 graduate. Congratulations, Vance. You now have one in college, so good luck with that, buddy. Although she's probably going to go UCF, isn't she? I'm waiting for a comment back, but we'll see. But anyway, I figured on the live, we're going to do something kind of fun. And you might hear a little feedback for a second.
I'm going to mute your mic when you go on and give you time to set it up. So,
okay. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview of what the room looks like and what the basement looks like. You ready?
Ready.
Bring me in. Well, here we go. So, I can't turn around, can I? So this is my office. I need a bigger TV.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a 40-inch TV, man.
Yeah.
So I've got all my hats, my Funko Pops. So we're good to go with that. All right, we're walking out of the studio.
Are those officially all of your hats?
No. That's just all my good ones.
Yeah.
So now we're going down a hall. This is the guest bedroom.
Nice.
Nothing different much in there. This is Amanda's little closet. Also her office. Notice the size disparity.
The what?
The size difference.
Oh, yeah.
This is the bath.
Nice.
We're walking. Here's the workout area. Little TV and elliptical and all that fun stuff. This is my favorite thing.
A dry bar? Is that considered a dry bar?
No, it's a wet bar.
Wet bar.
See, those are all from a whiskey barrel. They just straighten them out. Then you've got the actual bar with whiskey barrels. And then the TV's right here. That's 3 TVs, by the way.
So where's this in relation to your desk?
The other side of the office and everything.
Okay, got it.
And then this is the girls' playroom. Little ballet bar.
Nice.
And we've got a camera in here so we can watch them when we're around. Oh, speaking of.
Hi, I want to show you my dance move.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yep. All right. Allie, say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to sign off with this one.
All right.
Wait. I enjoyed getting to talk to you.
Us too, Ellie.
All right. I'll see y'all second.
All right. So I know Dave can still hear me, but we can't hear him yet. But my favorite comment is that K-Rob says we need a higher roof, Sasquatch. Sherry says the guest bedroom is her room. And K-Rob asked why you're saying whiskey weird.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
Do I say
Whiskey
pens?
Need some cream whip.
Whip.
Ryan.
It's really bourbon, but
Bourbon.
Kyle, yeah, they're not toys.
That's awesome.
Wait, Vance said his daughter's going to go to UF or UT?
Yeah, for vet school.
Okay.
You got to go where you can fulfill your dreams the best, man.
I know. And yes, Sherry, that can be your room when you come visit. But right now, the girls have dubbed it Na's room because Na is the grandmother.
Yep.
And so she comes and uses it a lot. And Kevin, yes, I know I need a higher roof, but sorry, there's only so much you can do with a basement. I'm just
chuck up the whole second floor.
Yeah, we can't do that because the second floor is really the main floor.
Yeah, it's like the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what we're going to call your office. We're going to call your office the Utilidor.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't smell like the Utilidor. Anyway, all right. So, do you got any comments about last week's show, man? Last week was pretty rough to do. Hey, really quick. Vance wanted Texas A&M for vet school. Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah.
TAMU is actually pretty good.
Sure.
But anyway, so did you get a lot of feedback or any feedback from last week's show, Adam?
Just the stuff that was posted, on the page and the comments that we were sharing with folks that had listened and were sharing their thoughts too. And I thought it was the thing that I was most encouraged by was it was really good dialogue. Great conversation, Everybody sharing their own thoughts and you and I were able to keep it pretty reasonable and everybody else kept it even keel. And I wish the whole thing could be that way. To be honest, that's my biggest thought is that's the kind of dialogue everybody needs to have. And you do see a lot of places where people are doing that right now. Matthew McConaughey is an example. But
all right.
Just out in general, you see people being, I think, more civil now than they were before. And I hope it stays that way. But I think maybe the emotion, the wave of emotion, we've ridden it past the initial, and now we're getting to where we're actually going to get down to brass tacks and solve some issues, We'll see.
I hope so. I really do hope so. I do think it's funny if people turn off the news that they won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because right now the rioting's not part of the news. It's back to coronavirus.
Exactly.
So I think that really the juxtaposition is turn off the news, go be with your neighbor, go hug your kids, hug your wife, just be present in everyone's life that that you're around each other.
Sure, absolutely.
Love each other, dang it. So this week we're going to get a little bit more fun. We're going to talk some baseball. Yes, but baseball, man. I miss it. I need it. We need it to happen. So let's get into some baseball topic. Like we said last time, we're going to see everybody's comments. We'll talk them some. but not all the time. We'll still do it and have fun.
Yeah.
So, Adam, you ready to go into the Unrelated at Birth recording studio?
Let's do it.
All right. Do I need to do 3, 2, 1?
Sure, that gives me a good point to cut. So
All right.
I guess
Yes.
when it's not there.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, guys, and welcome into the Unrelated at Birth studio. Now, I can say that because I am
Official.
officially in my studio. My voice just cracked in my studio. I don't like this, but I have a better sound. My whole studio is muffled. There, you won't hear a herd of turtles above me anymore. It's amazing. And if you missed our Facebook Live just a few minutes ago, you missed a walking tour of the Casa Dave, Ramada Dave.
Ramada. La Quinta Dave. No, none of that.
La Quinta Inn. But anyway, so here we are. I am the one, the only, the golden voice of the South, the human jukebox, Dave Adams, coming to you live and in living color from the Unrelated at Birth studio. I'm not going to say top of the state of Alabama anymore. I'm just going to say coming to you from the Unrelated at Birth studio.
Wow. That's a change, man. That's an old sideline warning line. So that'll be.
I know. I'm changing it up, right? So here we go. I'm Dave. I'm here, and with me in his new studio, I've got the one, the only, the phenomenal brother, Adam Russell. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. Just reopening, to reopen, to not reopen. That is the question. Just
You've got
a sense of normal.
2 weeks,
Figure
right?
that out. Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3. Yeah,
3
the biggest change for us is the pool finally reopened in town. So Blair got to take the kids to the pool. They're doing
Mayberry
like
has a pool.
oh yeah, most towns do.
I figured it would be just like the pond in the out back.
Oh gosh, well not all of us can plaster our wall with whiskey barrels.
Bourbon.
But no, they reopened the city pool and they had a reservation system and you wore a mask if you weren't in, and they had just a few parties in and that kind of stuff. So it was good. So some fun and safe things are starting to be available. The theme parks are back. So little by little.
They're not all back yet.
Not all back, almost.
Vero
Beach and Hilton Head are back now, so Disney's creeping into it a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know they opened up.
They did yesterday.
Do we have a date on Alani yet?
I haven't heard about Alani yet. No.
Okay. Well, if you don't know, I do talk DVC on my other podcast, Top of the World. Listen to it if you like DVC.
Top of the world to you.
Top of the morning to you. Anyway, but last week we covered some pretty hefty topics.
Yeah.
Before we get into our topic this week, let's get into the one topic that we didn't touch last week that we were going to, Adam.
Okay.
Adam, are you okay? Are you the whole world's moving on, but Adam's still in coronavirus land.
And you know what? It's probably for the best, given that you don't know what numbers you can trust, man. I was griping about this months ago. I'm griping about it still today because, Florida's seeing record cases every day, but they're saying that it's because now when they find a hot spot, they go in and they're aggressively testing. And so the tests have gone up, the tests haven't gone up, the percentage is down, the percentage is up. There's still just no good metric. You just kind of have to piece together your own opinion from everything. But I mean, it's like I said, I can't remember who I said it to.
Probably me.
No, I don't think it was you. I said to somebody else, it was that post I did on Facebook where I said, I've kind of made up my mind as what I need to see. What do I need to see happening from a metric standpoint in order for us to go back out and do some of that really normal stuff? We're talking about what we do for a trip this summer and, thinking through those things. Did you bring that up? Did you click that up there?
I brought it up there. I have.
Sorry, for the folks on the podcast, Dave found out he had the ability to share comments. So I think there's just a lot of stuff because really when you're in Central Florida and you live here, to Vance's point, you go to Disney Springs on a Saturday, it's miserable in the heat and in the rain with a mask. You kind of let all the tourists come and you just kind of sit for a while. It's really hot outside. Everything's usually busy. So you're spending time again at the pool, doing swimming lessons, taking your vacation trip and all that kind of stuff. So it's really not going to be that different. Now, if we're in the fall and the weather gets nice and we still have to be doing this kind of thing, that's when probably it'll be a little more different than what we normally do. But
So I got two things.
yeah.
I need horror nights.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
little.
you better
worried.
talk to Amanda about that.
Well, okay. I'm going to be there in October anyway.
That's true.
So we've got a day that's not Disney-fied. So, maybe Amanda keeps all 4 kids because, she's already said she's not going to horror nights.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it. That's how we get her. We say, all right, Amanda, here's the deal. Blair wants to go to horror nights. You don't. So if you don't go to horror nights, you have to keep all 4 kids. If you go, I'm sure there's a couple of grandparents that live in a little bit further east.
It depends. Or it's west, but it depends on how things go, man. I mean, it's one thing to reopen because you saw. I don't know if you've seen the video or not, but there's video coming back of Hagrid's, and right when they load it with a conveyor belt, like you step on a conveyor belt and the train's moving right next to you, and they do load really efficiently, and you don't really ever stop once you're past a certain point. But they've taken all of the social distancing tape off the grounds, all the graphics off the ground, and they have video of a cast member saying, please fill in all the available space. Please fill in all the available space. So we're like a week or two into this.
Well, they're used to that. I mean, that's
but you can't though. That's the thing.
I know, but they're
people.
used to saying that, and they have to untrain themselves.
But now, if any small little outbreak can be traced back to people who all rode Hagrid's in a particular time frame, and they have video of that cast member or that team member, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, dude. Especially when you consider the fact that you had to go to Orange County and say, here's what we're going to do in the middle of this pandemic. And now you're not doing that. So whether or not that's a true story, whether or not, that's just the spin that people are putting around it to have something to get clicks. I think you just have to, all of those things, if a million small things stop happening, they add up to a bad situation. And everybody's just got to stick with those million small things between now and October if you want Halloween Horror Nights. That's just how it is. I mean, given the nature of the event.
That's true.
Given the nature of the event. So we'll have to all be diligent for Dave.
The other thing is I need Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yeah.
Because we're coming down.
That's different, though.
Is it?
Operate a theme park. Yeah, if you can operate a theme park, you can operate Mickey's Not So Scary.
No.
Yeah.
You go to Not So Scary for the pictures, the characters that are not normally out. Yeah. We do. Yeah. We don't go for. Yes, we go. There's candy there.
Sure.
Ellie likes to come back with tons and tons and tons of candy. But I go for the special parade. You get to see the Headless Horseman walk down. You get to the Boo to You parade, the fireworks, the stage shows, the seeing the characters that aren't normally out. And as of right now, that's not happening.
Well, you can see characters that are out potentially by then. You just may not be able to take pictures with them.
But that's the thing. You don't normally get, well, we do because we go every year, but people don't normally get to, I don't know, see the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
But, and Kevin makes a good point. Although, Adam, your favorite team, the star running back, got the Rona this week.
Sure.
Zeke Knight.
And also had it announced to the world like HIPAA doesn't matter. I don't understand that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to, I've always wondered how they did that with injuries. How can you sit there and discuss injuries actively on live television?
Gambling.
Well, no, I get it, but there's HIPAA laws that have, people's medical information is private.
What's the first syllable of that law? HIPAA.
Mm-hmm.
Crit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but yeah, he got it, and how many is it now? 7 Alabama players.
Have
been tested positive. So it's just part of getting everything back together. It's going to happen.
Auburn and Alabama are both having students on campus, so I don't know. All right, we got to show this. What's Vance saying here? Had reservations for SeaWorld on Sunday. Couldn't bring myself to go. Might go to Busch Gardens for Father's Day. But The thought of masks all day is ugh. Tories support masks, ugh.
Yeah.
I get it, man. If you follow me personally on Facebook, you saw I've had arguments all day about wearing a mask. Here's the deal. I hate it. I need to pull a Josh Rippey, WDW couple, and trim my beard up because it didn't look pretty. It was hard to push the beard up under the mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyle Gilbert, 7 players, but we're claiming 17.
Well, Alabama always has to be the best at everything, right? But the thing with the masks for me is it's such an easy thing. And does it kind of stink? Yeah. If it's hot outside, yeah. And it's summertime, which makes it worse. But it's one of the outside. See, walking through a theme park outside, I don't have as much of a problem with it. I don't have a problem with someone walking around in a theme park without one because you're outside. I saw a study that says 90% of the virus is killed within like 6.5 minutes. Could you still walk through a cloud where somebody coughs or sneezes? Yeah, but it's the indoor aspect to it where I think it absolutely has to happen. And that for me, but if you're taking it on and off the whole time, you're touching your face and all that stuff. And so you just have to keep it on. But it's just one of the simplest things you can do. It's not convenient for, again, we talk about this all the time. People just want the entertainment back. Just give me my entertainment. And that's one of the things that's going to have to be prioritized lower. Theme parks aren't going to be fun. Sporting events. Can you imagine going to an Alabama football game in September in a mask with an 11 o'clock kickoff?
Nope.
I mean,
you just saw my TV setup. There ain't no way I'm going to that game.
Yeah, exactly. So
Nick Miller recruits kids who had the Rona because he knows they're tough and can survive.
Well, and that for me is just, it's so easy to do. It just needs to be done. Just to put the period on my point I was making with your post, it needs to be done.
So, but news came out this week. You and I aren't really at risk.
What do you mean?
Type O blood?
Well, see, but that's the thing though. The way it was worded, again, it's all about context. It said that people with type O blood are less likely to test positive. So is it that you're less likely to get it, or even if you had it, you're still going to test negative? So
Regal announcing movies are coming back. Okay, great. What's in the theaters? Our theaters are open here in Huntsville now, but nothing's here because it's all gone straight to Netflix or straight to Disney Plus, which, by the way, I'm glad Artemis Fowl went straight to Disney Plus.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was god awful.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I mean, it had such a great premise, but it an hour and a half of what the heck did I just watch?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad Disney missed the boat on that. But so yeah, I'm ready for things to open.
Yeah.
Get them open, but do it carefully. Because
but we've shown that even doing it carefully, I mean, even doing it carefully.
But here's the question. Here's the question. I saw a post today and I sent it to you. I didn't share it publicly because I can't verify. But if this is the case, somebody's saying now that the Alabama Department of Public Health has come out and said, yeah, you're going to see a huge influx in numbers because, let's see, as a result of this, Alabama Department of Health and its vendors have resolved delays. As a result of these reporting backlogs, the dashboard appears to display sizable increases in all numbers. That's the reason that we're seeing a sizable increase in the state of Alabama. If that's real, then what? Why?
Here's my problem with that is when everything reopened, it was, hey, see, there's no increase in cases where things are reopening. Texas, Alabama, Florida. Now things are reopening and it's, testing backlogs and tests have gone up. And if those cases continue to increase, what do you have left to blame it on?
Right.
Other than the fact that it's just not time to fully reopen yet.
It's almost like people don't want us to know what's going on. I mean,
I saw something that said that the state of Florida actively does not report out on current hospitalizations. You have to piece it together. Like there's not a single place you can go. You can get it county by county and aggregate it, but they won't say, here's how many people are hospitalized. And it's just, there's so many opportunities for much better information. And instead they leave it up to the media, and the media is going to do whatever the heck they want to do with whichever number makes the best story in the moment.
right.
So,
exactly.
Anyway,
I hate that. Anyway,
we've beaten that dead horse.
yeah. Before we get into baseball, let's do our Virgil asked a question of the week from that we didn't get to last week.
Sure. Let me cue it up.
All righty.
And here we go.
Hey guys, just want to let you know that last podcast you did was really, really good. I enjoyed a lot
You
of
darn right.
about it, especially because it concerns Disney. But since your last podcast was concerning Disney, here's the fact about my favorite park, Epcot. Starting from the central entrance to the World Showcase, it is roughly 1.2 miles around. But my question is, starting from the central entrance to the World Showcase and going to the left, can you name all 11 countries represented in order? Thanks, guys. Look forward to the next podcast. Bye.
I know.
From the left,
Facing the lagoon as you walk in the park, turn to the left.
starting at Canada.
No. You walk into the park.
Turn
to
left.
the left
Okay.
when you get to the lagoon.
Okay. Hold up.
Gotta go quick. Come on.
I mean, I can't do this quick.
I can. Come on.
Mexico, Norway, China, Africa.
Doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Refreshment port does not count.
Okay. Germany, Italy. This is where I lose it. Germany, Italy. Is America next?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it goes to Japan. And then
The conversation we had last week, really.
yeah. And then it goes to Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to France.
Yep.
And then it goes to England. And then it goes to Canada.
Not England, the United Kingdom. Close. Though.
Okay. Yeah. United Kingdom and then
I
Canada.
know. Well, you had to really think your way through that, didn't you?
Well, I had to think of the drinks. So there you go. I could do it. See?
Yeah, whatever that refreshment port. I don't think it's refreshment port. Whatever it's called over there, it doesn't. It's
It
a nice
counts.
theme. Does not count as a pavilion.
Yes, it does.
Drums and hot dogs do not count as a pavilion.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
It has to.
If you look it up on the map, it's not listed as a country.
Really?
It's a food and beverage location that has drums around it. Why would that count as a pavilion?
Well, because it's African themed. He just went away. Y'all, he just left me. Where did he go? Uh-oh. I need to find Adam. Y'all, I need help. Adam. Adam, where did you go? Where did he go? Where did he go, Duck? Which way did he go?
I have no idea what happened.
I don't either.
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Your mom says there are 11. So did we miss some?
There's Mexico, Norway, China, Germany, Italy, United States, Japan, Morocco, France, United Kingdom, and Canada. That's 11.
Yeah. Yeah. Vance said you're very passionate about the refreshment port.
Yes, you are.
Well, yeah, because it's there. It's themed to Africa. And why are we not calling it a country?
Right.
What country was set to go where Ratatouille is going now? Brazil.
Or Israel.
Yeah. It's one of the two.
One of them.
Yeah. There's space, actually, if I'm remembering this correctly, there's space to put a new country in between China and Germany, where the refreshment port is.
Kind of, yeah. I think that it runs right along that canal.
Your dad said Russia.
Russia.
Glad Russia wasn't there. Wherever bourbon's from. Oh, yeah, the United Kingdom. Or United States.
United States, yeah.
There you go. Missed it. All right, so what's behind me now, Adam?
A baseball.
Baseball have been very good to me. What refreshments do they have at the Africa booth? Hot dogs, hamburgers.
Yep.
All right, so let's do some talking here. Is baseball coming back in 2020? And should it even come back in 2020?
I mean, from everything I'm seeing, the last sentence of the last player response that said name a time and place or something like that.
Yeah.
Basically was telling the commissioner, you're going to mandate a season anyway, so just go ahead and do it.
Let's make
a
it happen.
50-game season. Quit all the back and forth. You're not going to improve our financial position, so let's just get this over with. And then I guess whichever players would want to are the ones that'll come. I mean, I don't know how that's going to work.
So the backstory of this is when baseball has been saying, all right, let's start. The owners are wanting like a 75-game season, maybe an 85-game season. Some were even saying 114 or that was the players. The players were wanting 114. Go into November, fine. Play expanded playoffs.
Yeah.
Go into November. Give us a good season. But the owners are saying we're going to lose $1 billion without fans in the stands.
Yeah.
And so it's billionaires fighting against millionaires for money.
Basically, yeah.
And basically the owners want a short season. The players want a longer season because they want to get paid. They want to get paid their yearly salary at not a prorated rate. Which I saw something that one of the first proposal that the owners sent to the MLPA, they wanted to do enough, like so much proration that of Mike Trout's $24 million that he makes a year, he would make something like $5 million.
Yeah.
Which is nothing to sneeze at. It's not chump change. But for somebody who's used to living on a $24 million a year salary, that's a very hefty cut.
Yeah, but used to living. I mean, they sock a lot of that away. I mean, it's not like they're living paycheck to paycheck.
We hope.
Yeah, you hope they are.
And I don't think Mike Trout would, but
yeah. Yeah, I think that the problem is baseball already has a problem with an exceptionally long season.
No.
And yeah,
it's too short. It's too short.
It's exceptionally long. It makes the NBA,
makes
the NBA look like a 30-minute sitcom, man. And you've already got that. And in the middle of not having, because I mean, the owners have to think about it like this. You're not going to have fans in the stands, yet you have to operate like you do. The only thing you're not running is merchandise and concessions. Everything else pretty much has to be at staff. So you have the cost coming of that, and you have all of that to do. I just don't think it's in their best interest to have a long season. I don't think the demand probably is there for it, to be honest. But yes. I don't know that the players are going to go for it.
I mean, why should they?
I don't know, man.
Give them a prorated season, but pay them their salary.
I don't think you should make your full salary. I mean, how about all these people that are furloughed right now because theme parks are closed? They're not getting paid their salary.
They should be.
Why? There's no money coming in. I mean, even Universal didn't furlough everybody, but they cut. I mean, they cut in, and people show up to work when it's time to go back to work. And the executives at Disney that might have taken a pay cut are there and doing their jobs too. And it's like the rest of America has to find a way to work. Right. These guys should be an example and do it too. Because if baseball is truly America's pastime, and it's truly a symbol of America. No, I know the NFL really is now, or football is now. But if baseball is really going to be a symbol for anything for our country, the players just need to suck it up and find a way, and the owners do too. I'm not saying they're absolved of anything here. But the owners just rings tone deaf right now for this to be about money.
I agree for both sides.
Yeah, for both sides.
I mean, every other sport, major league sport, has basically said, "All right, we're coming back. We'll do a short season. We'll do a short whatever. We're coming back." NASCAR, for God's sake, was the first one back.
Yeah.
Which shocks the crap out of me because there's no way you can social distance in NASCAR.
They found a way. They haven't had any problems yet.
And they were on the forefront of the whole Confederate flag thing, which, if any you know anything about NASCAR, that's woven into the history of NASCAR.
Well, especially if you think about like the tailgating and camping out that happens before, that's going to be the hard part. It's because you're going to have all of the people. You may not be able to police the parking lots outside.
They said it cannot be on the grounds.
Yeah, but dude, are you really going to walk up to Joe Mechanic that's been drinking all day and tell him he's going to take that flag down? I mean, I don't want to be the person that has to do that.
I don't either.
I mean, and then what do you consider the ground? It's just, I don't know. I think I respect the move. It'll be interesting to see how they police it and stop it once fans are back in the stands. But
yeah, your dad makes a good point. Baseball just got over 2 black eyes, and now they want a fat lip.
I mean,
so I think that if they did this, it's more than just a fat lip. I think this might be a death knell. I mean, 94, it took 3 men really, to bring the sport back. We can argue till the cows come home. Was it best for baseball in the long run? But I played you a clip. In fact, I'm going to play it. This is a clip from ESPN a couple nights ago. I can't remember the name of the show now, but it's the Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Sure.
About that season. So here we go.
Larger in Major League Baseball. Some sports columnist the other day made the point that there is nothing in sports that quite compares with the home run in baseball.
It's the Big Bang. It's the punctuation. It's the Bambino. It's the Sultan of Swat. It's Mickey Mantle. It's Willie Mays. It's Hank Aaron. It's Robert Redford in The Natural. It's all those things.
The home run.
Yeah.
And that 98 season after the 94 season, where I don't know if you remember it much because we were all young, but that 94 season, I was done. I was so mad that they didn't play. And when they were talking about coming back in playing with reserve players, replacement players, I wasn't even going to watch it.
Yeah.
But then 98 happened. 97 was interesting, but 98 happened. And McGwire, Sosa, Griffey, all those guys swinging for the fences brought me back to baseball. And
yep.
I can remember where I was when he hit 61.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when he hit 62. And you know, it's just something about those guys. Were they on steroids at the time? Yeah. But was the entire country glued to their TVs watching Major League Baseball?
Yeah, they were. Or at least watching the recaps of it and that kind of thing. And it's where even ESPN and Sports Center and that kind of stuff really latched onto it and got popular, more popular than they even were, especially on the baseball front. But the interesting thing about it is I was reading an article about Joe Torre and how you want to talk about how big of a deal the home run is in baseball. We all talk about 98, and we've talked it probably 3 times just on our show alone since we've changed themes. You can come back into the picture. I don't want to look at him. Anyway, they just put up Mark McGwire for those of you that can't see. But the home run is such a big deal, and that home run chase was such a big deal. Nobody talks about the fact that the Yankees won, 114 games that season?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a footnote to the home run race, you know?
Yeah.
So
it was Braves and Yankees in that World Series, I believe, and they swept us.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but at the same time, if a sport, to my dad's point, he's making, you know, steroids, corked bats, loaded baseballs, that's been discussed.
Not in 98. Not in 98.
Overall, that's been discussed. It's like Deflategate, right? Like those types of things have been discussed. And for me, if baseball needs a gimmick like that to happen again after this, I don't think it's a death knell, but you saw when Earnhardt died and then Dale Earnhardt Jr., bless his heart, didn't pan out to what his daddy was, people walked away from NASCAR. I mean, every driver on the track now seems like they're under the age of 25 right now. And
I don't have a driver. I don't have a driver now.
I mean, and we're in a stage right now when Harvick, Busch, Joey Logano, who's the guy that drives the FedEx car? I can't think of his name. But anyway, those are the guys. Okay, it's going to bug me.
Jimmy
I gotta Google
Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's retiring after this year.
it. Yeah, well, he's stepping in and out. Denny Hamlin, that's it. But
Oh.
those guys are the old timers now.
Yeah, I know. And they're still
but they're
bricks.
still so young, but they don't fit like who you'd want to root for if you're an old school NASCAR fan. You know, I think
Yeah.
Harvick's probably the closest one to it.
Chase Elliott
It's
might be.
crazy. Well, I'm a big Chase Elliott fan because he's got the tie-in to Bill. It's
Yeah.
like it's like the Earnhardt senior to junior thing. It's handed down and it's the next generation. But everybody else, you know, they change cars every year. They change sponsors every year. So if you
Even
buy
Junior.
a hat, if you buy a hat that says, like with Junior, this year's hat is Mountain Dew. Next year's hat is National Guard. Next one is Nationwide Insurance.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, you're having to change merch the whole time and change like which car is my driver in. And you saw people walk away from NASCAR. If this pans out where there's either no baseball or a continued fight and there seems to be less than a stellar product put on the field, people will enjoy it, but you may see some people walk away.
Yeah.
And that'll be sad. And I would hope they don't need a gimmick to come back from that. And I say 98 was a gimmick. I'm not saying that it was planned or staged or anything like that, but that was a very, you know, that's lightning in a bottle. You can't recreate that organically
Right.
through
Right.
just the sport, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then you fast forward to 2001. World Trade Centers, you know, they fall. The biggest public spectacle to happen after the country shuts down for a couple days was baseball came back.
Yeah.
What helped the country heal itself was baseball.
Well, you heal yourself through distraction and having something to take your mind off of everything that's going
Right,
on.
but-
Yeah.
Here in the South, in Tuscaloosa, we were all Braves fans. But there wasn't a person that rooted for the Braves that night. Honestly, I wanted the Mets to win just because that it meant something to New York. When you saw President Bush stand out there in his, you know, FDNY jacket and his, you know, NYPD hat throwing the first pitch, the president of the United States was not hiding from terrorists. He was on the baseball field throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah.
The next big problem with the country that happens when they shut the country down, the pandemic this year. And what happens? Baseball's hiding. When the country needs something to wrap its arms around, we turn to basketball
And soccer.
and soccer. Really, basketball, soccer, and hockey gets its act together before you, baseball?
Yeah.
Hockey, who has gone on strike 5 times in the last 5 years, seems like. But hockeys can come back? Come on now.
Well, you know, Dave, if you're really desperate for sports, footy started back up. We've talked about this in the past.
Okay.
Australian rules football. It's a heck of a lot of fun to watch if you really need something.
But do I need it that bad? I watch NASCAR on Sundays. Golf is back.
Yeah, I watch golf. See, and that's the thing. It's like you've got Tiger Woods, Tom Brady. Who else was it? Peyton Manning and Lefty.
Lefty. Phil
Mickelson. We're all out there, you know, in the rain.
having
Because
fun.
They understand that their job is to entertain Americans through their mastery of hitting a ball with a stick.
Yep.
And baseball would do well to remember the same thing.
I mean, let's be honest. These are 18 to 40-year-olds playing a kid's game.
Yeah.
It's a game that you and I grew up dreaming to play the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Well, not you. You grew up dreaming to play with a protractor. But, I mean, the rest of us normal kids
I
grew up.
played baseball until I was like 13. Come on.
Okay. The rest of us normal kids that didn't dream to have a protractor in our bag.
It's not a protractor, it's a graphing calculator. And it's so important to me, I still have it. See?
Okay, the rest of us who grew up dreaming to play a kids game, we would do anything to step in these guys' shoes. But they're fighting over a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And what makes me mad is Rob Manfred, the commissioner of the league, last week said, "I guarantee you there will be a 2020 season."
Yeah.
That's why when the MLPA's latest proposal got rejected by the owners, they said, all right, fine. We're not going to repropose. Manford, we want to play.
Yep.
When and where. We're ready to go.
Yep.
And now he's come back because the owners are saying, I don't know about this, because now they're afraid that the MLPA will file a grievance at the end of the season, and there'll be more problems, and we'll go on strike after this 2021 season because the collective bargaining agreement is
now
running up. And
if that happens, that would be a death knell for baseball. If you have a shortened season followed by either a strike or a lockout for whatever reason, that would be enough to pretty much turn off most Americans to it.
Yep.
I heard an interesting perspective by I never believe I'd say these words. An interesting perspective from Colin Cowherd about baseball and why he was defending the commissioner for the most part, because he loves to take the side that everybody's going to argue with, right? But at the same time, he talked about, and I never thought about it this way, that football is and will remain for the foreseeable future the number one sport in America.
Yeah,
because you have a short season that can hold people's attention. You have a very defined schedule, and you also have a very defined and seamless minor league system, because high school and college are effectively the minor leagues for the NFL. Friday night is high school, Saturday night is college, Sunday is the NFL.
With some exceptions.
With exceptions, because you have Thursday nights and shifts and that kind of stuff. But that, for the most part, it follows. And I think that with Major League Baseball, the shame is that he was arguing about the pace of the game, which I think is part of the good thing about baseball. I don't have a problem with the pace of the game. I never liked a 162 game season, but that's just an opinion. But you have the shame of this whole thing is that you not only have all of these millionaires fighting with billionaires, you've got all of these, workaday guys that are down in the trenches in the minor leagues who are sitting at home having to get regular jobs if they can find one.
Well, and most of them have gotten cut.
Yeah. I mean, they've shut that whole
pay
thing down. I think that should have been one of the first things they could have come up with, is that we're going to figure out the major league thing. We're going to bring back some semblance of minor league and at least get baseball on television. And then at least, because one of the things he was talking about in football is you follow a kid from high school, you see who he commits to in college in football. You watch him in college every Saturday, and then you watch him play in the NFL. You already know who he is. For the casual fan, for the average fan, for the average fan, there may be 2-3 guys on the field at any given time for most teams. Not your favorite team. All 9 guys for your favorite team and the bench and the bullpen and all that. But for an average fan, for everybody with their favorite team, there may be only 3 guys they know. The other 6 you've never heard of, and then you get to know them. But you don't know them immediately like you do in football. And I think that this would have been an opportunity to shine a really bright spotlight on some of the young talent and at least take the focus away from the argument that's happening over here in the corner.
Yeah.
Let the kids play the kids' game while the big folks, argue at the big table,
So I guess I am the exception, because I know most of the 26-man rosters for most teams.
Yes, Dave, that is not normal.
I play MLB The Show a lot. And I pretty much know the MLB top 100 talents, like in the minor leagues, because I follow the major league draft. Baseball has always been my love. And I how many times have I texted you in the last 2 months? I need baseball. I need baseball. I mean, my summer is not right. I should be right now recording this podcast while my Braves are playing on this little tiny TV I have in my office right now.
TV the size of an iPad.
40 inches is not a tiny TV, but in the size of my room, it feels tiny. But baseball needs to come back. Yeah. But Rob Manfred is who I blame for all of this right now, because the players are saying, all right, name it. I'll be there. And Manfred is listening to the owners who are saying, whatever, let them do whatever. There are 8 owners. They haven't said who, but there are 8 owners who have said, I'd prefer us not playing this year.
Yeah.
That is 8 out of the 32. There's something seriously wrong with that.
Why is there something seriously wrong with that? I can understand why they wouldn't.
because they've forgotten that they're playing a game.
Yeah.
They're not, I mean, yes, they own it for the money.
Yeah.
But they're not, if it wasn't for us, then there wouldn't be anything. Your dad asks, what is the longest standing major league record? From 1901. Okay, there goes. That wasn't what I thought. Strikeouts in a season, maybe, because that's when they were allowed to pitch like 4 or 5 days back to back. Either strikeouts per season or wins per season are what I'm going with.
That's not wins because the Yankees set that record. Then
No. By a pitcher.
By a pitcher. Okay.
Yeah. Nap LaJoy. Who is that?
Isn't that a driver?
I was going to say it. Yeah. Oh, what? Casey LaJoy? I don't know. All right, Virgil, you got me. But anyway, 426. Is that on base percentage? Because it might be batting average, highest batting average in a season. The last player to hit over 400 was Ted Williams. So yeah, but they played a lot shorter season back then.
Yeah, that was batting average.
Yeah.
That year though, he played in 131 games.
Yeah. Kevin said that's why I love college sports, because they'll still care about the game and they love it. But even then, let's be honest, half of the rosters that we root for, that we think can do no wrong, they're only there because they want to get to the bigs.
Well, the transfer portal proves that.
Right, exactly. Where can I make my name the best to
get my draft stock up?
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's not as, 20-year-old me wanted to keep my blinders on, and college is all about the love of the game. If we want to be honest, high school might be the love of the game, but even then, they're positioning to get to whatever college.
When you're sitting there with a table full of hats in front of you, it was never really about the love of the game up to that moment. It might have been to start, but it doesn't get that way. Now you're doing it because you love it. Obviously, you've chosen that as your profession,
right?
And people can love their job, But Dave, when you talk about 20-year-old you only liking or thinking it's all about the love of the game, that's because to be at Bama in the late '90s, early 2000s, you were there for the love of the game. You weren't there to win championships.
Hey, I thought every year I thought we had a chance.
Because we did. My senior year, we started off number 3.
Yeah, no, that was your junior year.
Was it junior year?
The 2000 season.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. See, I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that first game against UCLA, and then as soon as we lost, no lie, it started pouring down rain in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
I remember that day like it was the worst day of my life. No, it wasn't.
That's strong.
I kid. But anyway, so baseball needs to come back. And I thought that we'd do something fun.
Okay.
So I posted something this week on Facebook in the group, the steroid era home run derby. And give me a second. Let's see if I can share this. I know there's a way to do it. Share screen. Don't show this tip again. Share screen. Your entire screen. Yes, we'll do that. We'll share it. I guess I can't do it. Oh, wait.
Sure you can.
Follow these steps. Oh, wait. It's thinking. Give me a second. I have to tell them it's okay to allow it. We're thinking. Sorry.
While you're doing that, Kevin Robertson says, I remember having to pay for pay-per-view during the Shula year. So much money wasted.
Yeah. You got that right, Kev. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. So this isn't working. So what I'll do is we'll talk about it.
Okay.
The steroid era. Well, here, maybe I can do this. Nope, can't. Okay, the steroid era home run derby. You got Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Jose Canseco, Brady Anderson, Jason Giambi, Gary Sheffield, Paul LaDuca, A-Rod, Jeff Bagwell, Ken Griffey Jr., Manny Ramirez, Jason Kendall, and Matt Stairs. Who's your top 4? Who's your final 2? And who's your your home run derby champ. And why is that your home run derby champ?
Yeah, can you see that?
There you go. You figured it out.
Here, I'll change that so it's not all. I mean, given that he won, I mean, obviously your first thought is Mark McGwire.
Yeah.
Given that he won the whole thing, the whole shebang, but that was more of a marathon and not a sprint. I mean, I would love to say, Ken Griffey Jr. or I don't know.
Let's go
I
top
think
four.
okay. So I'm going to leave out Sammy, Barry, and Mark McGwire. I'm going to leave those three out because I think that those are the obvious picks. I want to go with the lesser obvious ones. If I didn't go with one of those three, I think either Griffey or Sheffield would be the two that I would go with. Little tempted for A-Rod, not so much. He dated Madonna. It's weird.
Okay. So here's my top four. I'm going to do this. Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Yes. Sammy, no, because Sammy was streaky.
Yeah, it's true.
He could be bad or he could be great. Jose Canseco needs to be in there.
Mm.
And Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
So I'm going McGwire, Bonds, Canseco, and Jr.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go.
So who's your final round then?
My final round would be McGwire versus Griffey.
Okay.
McGwire's swing. K-Rob said it just right. McGwire and Sosa cancel each other out. But McGwire and Griffey's swing were beautiful. To me, Ken Griffey Jr. still has the best, most beautiful swing I've ever seen.
Oh, sure. It's like watching Acuna now.
Yeah.
It's not the same swing, but I'm saying it's that effortlessness and that smooth, follow through they have. And that's one reason that I thought somebody like Ken Griffey Jr. too, because it's about hitting a lot in a short period of time, not getting up to the plate and being able to do it game after game after. This is a sprint.
Yeah.
I think that swing would pay off for him. Yeah, absolutely.
So
nobody's going to pick Matt Stairs.
No. So why are Matt Stairs, Jason Kendall, and Brady Anderson and Paul LaDuca even in this?
Great question.
I mean, Brady Anderson had that 1 year, but he was definitely on steroids.
Yeah.
I don't even remember Paul LaDuca playing in many home run derbies. I mean, he hit some, but he was never an amazing hitter. Matt Stairs hit a lot of home runs, but Jason Kendall, a catcher? Really?
Yeah. I don't understand those.
Pull up, do me a favor, since you're sharing your screen. Pull up YouTube and let's do a YouTube of Ken Griffey Jr. swing and Mark McGwire's swing.
Okay. Fill in the gap while I'm looking it up.
So McGwire's swing was one of the short. I mean, he flicked the bat twice, threw it to his shoulder, and basically he flicked the bat out there. He's got one of the shorter swings I've ever seen, which means his forearms. I mean, if you remember watching him, his forearms are probably about the size of both of my legs put together.
Yeah.
So Junior's swing, I mean, it's still the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
All right, I'm going to mute it, but here you go.
All right. I mean, just watch that. It's effortless, man.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same every
time.
Single time.
Yeah.
Even when he pokes it to the out.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. He's got the same thing with Acuna. Sometimes when Acuna swings, it looks like he didn't get all of it because he's hitting the opposite field, but he ended up getting every last bit of it.
Yeah. And watch McGwire. He just flicks it.
Yeah. Well, that's because he had arms the size of most people's thighs.
Yeah. Or Hershiser yelling at him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah, but he doesn't have a follow through, and it's just kind of that chop.
Yeah. He just chopped at the ball. Now, if you want to watch a weird swing, wait, one more time. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. K-Rob, it did not look like you in 99. Come on. I played baseball with you. Anyway, so pull up Jose Canseco's swing. I just want to watch this again because it's hilarious.
All right, hang on.
Canseco could beam a ball, but it's hilarious. Oh, Amanda just sent me a message.
What?
She said, "I need más tequila, por favor."
My gosh. All right, here we go.
All right.
There you go. Jose
Yeah.
Canseco.
Yeah. What? I mean, that's such a weird, like, after seeing how compact and beautiful the other two swings are.
Oh yeah. Well, and he comes up off his feet a little bit, like right.
Yeah.
He like has
He
a little
almost-
hop at the end of it.
He's pulling the bat in
Yeah.
and then swinging, which
Yeah.
is so weird to me.
But that was an inside pitch too, though.
Yeah. Oh, but he was still one of the original Bash brothers.
That's right.
All right, guys. We've gone a long time just sitting here talking about baseball. We'll get back to our normal two topics, but these are the two big things on our hearts this last week.
And
But anyway,
FYI, it's the refreshment outpost, and they actually don't sell hot dogs anymore. at
oh,
Epcot.
what are they?
Desserts and beverages and beer, of course.
They have an African beer, don't they?
Let's take a look, Dave. Safari Amber Draft, Old
There you go.
Elephant Foot IPA. I don't know.
Kevin, yes. When you were a senior, you hit a home run off that 8th grader from Woodville. Yes. I remember that.
That's strong.
But then remember, we also all hit home runs at Paint Rock Valley because their center field was no longer than 250 feet from the home plate. Just saying.
Yeah.
If you didn't hit a home run in that game, you were pretty bad. So, all right. So, Adam, how can they get a hold of the show?
Yeah, give us a shout, guys. 650 UAB show. Dial it up on your phone, and you'll hear a brief message after the beep. Leave anything you want to talk about. If you've got a question, like my dad, if you've got a topic you want to rant about, if you've got a counterpoint to something that we talked about on the show or an opinion we shared, put it out there. We will play it on the show. We will discuss it, and you will be part of the show. 650 UAB show, or you can hit us up on our socials. Dave, tell them about it.
Socials are at DAdams419, at Runtide Run, at Not Related Bros for the Twitters.
What does the lighter have to do with that?
I don't know. Just playing with my lighter.
Oh, shoot.
What?
I forgot to put the ticker's not here. I forgot to do the ticker this time.
Where's the ticker?
Oh, well. Anyway, please continue.
The wonderful thing about tickers is it's the only one.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Okay. On Instagram, I'm DAdams419. He's Runtide Run. The show is Unrelated at Birth. Support us on patreon.com, patreon.com/unrelated at birth, unrelatedatbirth.com, where you'll find blogs, merch, all that fun stuff. And Adam said he was going to do a blog, but didn't last week. So did you get on that, Rose?
No, not yet, but I will, Rose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you?
Rose.
I liked how the ticker was basically your teleprompter for that. That was nice.
And did you like how I didn't read it? Really? I mean, you couldn't tell I was reading
you
it
summarized it very nicely.
because I learned how to read a teleprompter without you really seeing my eyes and what they do.
Oh.
I can sit here and look at the screen and read out of my peripherals.
Peripherals?
Peripherals. I'm just that good, sir. But guys, we say it every week. We do love y'all. We hope that this was a funner, more funner,
Most funnest.
a most funnest show. Last week was a heavy topic, but it seemed like it was something that we needed to talk about. But this week, baseball can be a heavy topic, just not as heavy as last week's. Guys,
Depends
we
on
love
how
y'all.
much steroids. Steroids make it heavier.
So basically, it's the steroids to heaven.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, before I didn't do my dad joke of the week.
Oh, you didn't, please.
Okay, so there was this family that was going to look for cars, and the dad looked down in the back of the hatchback and said, "Hey, cargo room, cargo space." He said, "No, cargo on road, not in space."
Nice.
So anyway, guys, we love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week. Wear your dadgum mask. Adam, take them home.
You took my mask thing, but I'll say be kind to each other. We love you, but not as much as Jesus does. Thank you guys for spending time out of your day to listen to us. and we will catch you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
And Coda.
I got to remember which side to lean.
Yeah, it's opposite.
Yeah, no, it's so weird. Like, if I lean this way, you can't see Yoda. If I lean this
Oh,
way.
we both have a Yoda up, though.
Oh, there you go. Except mine's Big Daddy Yoda. Yours is Baby Yoda.
The child.
Baby I am. So for those that are still watching, these are the Trash Pandas jerseys we missed on May 4th. I so would have bought one. I need one.
It's money you can spend on a bigger TV now.
So I got to thinking about it. I probably should have put the TV on the wall right in front of me, like over here,
Yeah.
instead of having it all the way across the room. Because I mean, if I put it here, I could have seen it while I'm recording and working and everything.
True.
But all the way across the room, 40 inches, just it seems tiny.
Sure.
Makes me sound so bougie. 40-inch TV, man, it's just not big enough.
It does sound, yeah. Just saying.
I mean,
My walls are so large that my TV is infinitesimal in comparison.
it is. I mean,
You need a projector, I'm telling you.
you know where I wish I was right now?
The beach.
Oh, hell no.
SunTrust Park. Or Truist Park.
No,
Illest Park.
that's the TP.
Kevin says just put your phone up on the wall. It's bigger.
I want to go to there.
You want to go to the Galaxy Edge?
Yes.
We need a cargo space, and then you can go there.
No. Hey, this is kind of weird. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. And I gotta move here. And move here. Head this way. Head this way. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Wow, so we know Dave wouldn't have made a weatherman.
No, I would not.
He'd be pointing off the screen like this. As you can see over here. Oh, shoot. I mean, over here.
Over here. No, wait, over here. I don't know. Somewhere. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. This one should be easier for me to figure out. Hold up. Let me find it. Come on. Hello, computer. It is this one. Open. Now we go here.
Oh, this is not going to be easier.
All right.
No, the other way.
My shoulders are here.
No, the other
Head
way.
this way. No, I can do it.
It's like watching a baby deer learn how to walk.
This is what the live feed is going to be every time now. It's like a cat playing with a toy.
Oh, gosh.
Here's something too. I can't. So I really wanted to display my my Star Wars Galaxy Edge Sprite. So here, you can't see it.
Can't see it. Wah, wah.
Look, Amanda's
in a bubble.
Ooh. K-Rob.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Kevin, you get to deal with me all next week at the beach. Are you excited? Dave is going to be on 24/7.
Oh.
It's going to be fun. Why'd you put bless his heart?
I did.
Oh, wait a second.
What?
That's like my comment last night.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it that way, though.
Bless his heart.
He's special.
Stupid. You stupid idiot. Shut up.
Oh.
Now, here's the best. Look, I just want y'all to look at this. Ellie's cheesing for the camera. Harper's like, what?
Harper's like, I'm trying to color something. Can I please get back to my work?
Look at this. I'm in the middle of my kids.
I want to share one more thing and then we can close it.
Okay.
Right there.
I like it. I like it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go home. Wait, I am home. Wait, let's see. Am I going to go home? Let me see.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What am I talking about, Adam?
Kevin says he's already stocked up on his anxiety meds for his trip.
Good. Good call. All right, I'm going to go home.
Now get up and walk. No, towards the house, the other way.
I'm going to go home, guys. Take me home. And over here. Wait, over here? Wait, no, over here.
All right, so at some point in your rotation of pictures, you got to put up a weather forecast and just at least go through it.
Hold
Yeah.
up. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I have a new toy to play with, okay? So be excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
This is totally not today's forecast, but let's see. It's 154. Okay. Hold on just a second. All right, so we got to go here. Go here and here. All right.
Here.
Here. All right. Well, in today's forecast, up here in Washington, as you can see, it's 50, 40, 47 degrees.
That's Portland. That's in Oregon.
Well, it's Washington. I'm pointing at Washington, but Portland's.
They probably
here.
share the same. Yeah. Okay.
You know, down here in Texas, it's hot as hell, as always. You know, here in Alabama, in the pit of Satan's armpit, you know, it's pretty bad. Down here in Florida, the nation.
You were so close.
So close.
And then the last one, you're like, oh no, this way. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
National forecast on Saturday.
Kevin said your stomach.
You're an
is
a-hole. You are an a-hole, Kevin.
Oh, that's good. Oh my I had to remove you momentarily. Sorry about that.
I'm having too much fun with this, y'all.
Oh my gosh. On that note,
Kevin, you're a butthole. All right, guys. Facebook Live, we're out.
bye guys.